Alrighty guys, welcome back to episode 2, and to be fair, it hasn't been too long since after the first episode. Actually in the same day was when I'm starting this one. But one thing I definitely want to do and take advantage of is try to take out some of these daily challenges. I think they're great XP starters. Of course, later down the road we can extend them, I believe, using Viswax. But I haven't made my own Viswax ever before, so I don't quite know how to do that. I do know, like, we use runes and then we stick them in something, and you gotta find the right combination or something like that. But yeah, I definitely want to take care of these dailies. And then I remember back in the day I used god statues a lot, so I think I'm gonna get started on those too after I get money to buy a house. And then, yeah, we'll start the construction grind. Or maybe you don't even need to buy a house in order to start God statues. I'm not sure, but we'll definitely go check. But it's just a really good way to get prayer and construction up pretty early and passively as well. I think on my main account, I don't think I really made too much in the house. But yeah, that's something that we're definitely going to get started on doing. But for now, daily challenges. Alright, so I did all the challenges, the daily ones at least, so once we claim them, you'll see how much XP we get. And it scales with your levels as well, so if we do all 3 of them, let's see. It did not do it. Weird. Normally, it lets you have daily ones and they give you XP for some reason. But for one reason or another, it didn't let us do that. So we'll just go ahead and knock out the rest of these, I guess. Yeah, I don't understand why I did that, but that's all right. We'll keep it going. We can do some of them right now. Actually, we'll do 2 of them right now. Okay, we did another set of challenges. Let's see if this time it works. Claim all 3. Nope. That's so odd, because for some reason I thought for sure it would have you, give you XP and whatnot. Maybe they don't do it on hardcore. I'll have to look into it. But for now, it's okay. We did a couple of them just to kind of, I don't know, get used to them, I guess. We can see if we can do these 3. See if that changes anything. Dang. Oh, okay, well, of course I messed those up. That sounds about right. I'm assuming it just goes to... I guess I gotta do all the basic ones first. But I already did a mining one. I don't know. We'll keep on trying. Alright, we'll give it a look, see if it works. Nope, just gives us more. So... we're gonna go ahead and move on from this. For some reason it just didn't work, so we'll move on and we'll hit the god statues. I think there's one over here. We're gonna go see if it requires us owning a house or not. I think it's on the other side of this. Yeah, looks like it. But we're gonna do these and then maybe try to unlock Herblore, even if you have to unlock it anymore. I don't really know. Let's see. No. Talk to him. Arnie, yep, he goes around everywhere. Okay. Let me help you. This area is Gothics, yes. And we're gonna do prayer. I don't like to pick Slayer just because Slayer's so easy to train. You got so many monsters. But pretty much all you gotta do is you gotta use up all the scaffolding. The highest you can go is 4 scaffolding up and the lowest is 2. So what I like to do is I go 2 on all of them. See how many I got left. And then just kind of go from there. So there, it's all green. I think I'd see. Good. not high enough. So since these didn't check off, and we got the 4 one, so this one's probably got to go here, and then this one is probably got to go here, and it's finished. I'll tell you that's what he wants. You could skip this cutscene if you want. It doesn't really save any time, I don't think. If anything, maybe just a couple seconds. But as soon as this is done, which should be, yeah, it definitely saves time if you cut the cutscene. 265 XP, which automatically gets us to 3, and we didn't even buy a house yet. And then we'll go ahead and pray. That gives us 132. So easy level. And then there's a bunch of them left, so we're gonna go ahead and do the rest of them and see how far we get, which will also require me unlocking the lodestones. So we're gonna go ahead and go do that now as well. So you guys might see that the video quality in the last video wasn't that good, and that's my fault. I was using something old. I was still using Steam Labs, and for some reason it's just not as good as it used to be. So I swapped over to OBS. Hopefully I don't have any issues with this. So hopefully it continues to look better. I think it does already, but you guys let me know. And here's the Port Sarim lodestone, which is pretty useful. I remember when I first started playing, like, lodestones weren't really that beneficial, so it's kind of hard just to get to Port Sarim. You know, you had to run, like, there was no short way to get there. You'd have to either take a boat over here or, you know, teleport to Falador, run down or something like that. But yeah, still working on the lodestones, and like I said earlier, we'll be right back. So I think that's enough lodestones for now. We still gotta get Varrock and a few others, but like I said in the last clip, I definitely want to get started on some quests. And I think we're just gonna start in this Pathfinder section. I like how you can kind of, you know, put in order, like, you know, what you should be doing first or whatnot, like the recommended ones. You know, I like how you could do that first. But yeah, we're gonna get started on some quests, and yeah, hopefully go from there. I think we're gonna do Cook's Assistant first. So it's not your typical, you know, just milk the normal dairy cow. Everything is special now, so people don't run through the same quest over and over again. But it's like you need extra, what is it? Top quality milk, extra fine flour, and a super large egg. So it's like nothing is the same anymore, which I find pretty funny. You know, like, the quest is still going to be done in like 5 seconds, so what's the point of changing it up? And then up top it even tells you like what area you're going to be in on these novice quests. So I think that's kind of funny. We are going to grab this god statue real fast while we're over here, and then we'll go get the extra fine flour. Alright, so we got all the ingredients now, so we're going to go ahead and turn them in, and then we should be finished with the quest. Yep. I think they up the amount of GP you get from it, but we get some cooking XP, get 8 from that god statue. We also got 4 prayer and 6 construction. That's only with 2 statues, so they help quite a bit. I do want to keep track of how many quest points we get, because there is that person in the front of Varrock, and for however many quest points you get, you talk to them and you get a reward, and that gives you a lot of GP. So we're definitely going to stay on top of that, and then I think once you get enough, you can get like a tier 75 staff, so that's going to help us like way later down the road. So yeah, on to the next one, which we are going to go ahead and do the blood pack so we can get some starter weapons. First corporate up. There's the range guy. We actually want his bow. I think it's the same as just any normal like ordinary bow, but it's free, so why not, you know? The thing is though, when we get to the melee guy, we're not gonna keep his weapon. I want to keep the dual wield because I like this ability right here. Are you gonna kill me? Yep, sure am. See ya, brother. Okay, now we got the bow. Couple abilities. Now we're gonna attack Caitlyn, who uses magic. And I guess for people who don't know or just not getting into this game for some reason, you know, this game is kind of just to show you, or this quest is just to show you like the different combat styles and, you know, what's strong against what. So this person uses mage, it's weak against range. Range is weak against melee, melee's strong against range, you know, stuff like that. So we're gonna go over there, open this up. And now we're gonna go clap her cheeks. Not in a sexual way, but we're gonna go clap them. See ya. We're gonna take the staff. Now we're gonna use magic against the next guy. Which, magic is definitely the most overpowered in the combat triangle, at least at this starting level, or in these early stages. And we're gonna talk mad to him. I'm sure this armor's not really helping my case, but that's alright. And, you know what, we'll just cut till this guy's done with. Okay, so he's done with, one thing I did notice, I had a lot more abilities than I originally thought. It only gave me 4, but I had actually 2 more, and one of them being a threshold. So I'm sure it was like that with the range, or with the bow as well. But we'll take up his swords. We'll untie this person, and then once we get out, we'll go ahead and get our reward, which I don't really remember what it be. I know part of the reward systems is like these weapons, and then access to the catacombs. Ready for my reward. Farewell. Okay, so it actually gives you a lamp. And okay, so we got 3 and just about everything. 2 magic and 2 range as well. Alright, so we got our starter weapons now. Again, it looks as though our weapons that we already had are better off, and we're gonna go down and see what the next quest is. That's not quest, this is quest. The Reckless Ghost, Demon Slayer. I believe this gives us like some Pathfinder gear, right? A Vernic Wand and book. Okay, so it's like a 2-handed mage version. Okay. Well, we'll do that. And I think Shadow over Ashdale gives us some starter gear too. No? Somewhere in here that does. I can't remember exactly what. But we'll go ahead and do this Restless Ghost. We'll just keep going down the line and see what happens. Okay, so it doesn't make you go to the Wizard Tower anymore. You actually want to just search this rock. Wow, they made this quest a lot shorter. And then you can still run from this guy, so... yeah, they made this quest a lot shorter. Just by simply making you have to just go back into the swamp and not all the way to the Wizard Tower. So I believe we just put this guy back in there. And that's quest complete. And it should give us 125 prior XP. Which I think boosts us to... I don't know. I don't really remember. Off it goes. I remember it used to boost it to like 9 or 10, but I don't know what it does now. Oh, okay, so it gives you an XP lamp for 125 prayer and then bones on top of that. Okay, so it still should give us to like 9 or 10. Okay. Yep, and that gives us 11 actually. That's real good. We actually have some stat boosting stuff now, so that'd be nice. Also, I moved the quest thing over here. We're gonna skip Sheep Shearer, and then I think we're gonna go ahead and go do Demon Slayer. Just because it gives us some combat XP and some more mage gear. And I think I want to use that over the staff that we got from the Blood Pact. So, yeah, we're going to go to Varrock, activate that lodestone so we can get back there easily, knock out this quest, and yeah, go from there. Real quick, this is the shop I was talking about earlier. So if we talk to May, we'll ask her what this all is, and then this will give you rewards for completing quests. So we can't get anything now, but if we go over to unlocks and then we scroll over, we get this Vanquish, which is the weapon that we were talking about earlier. I don't think this like this equipment or anything like that's anything good. The bank chest is okay too if you want that, but I mean honestly there's better banks to use than that one just right there. But that's something that we're definitely going to be working towards. We're going to go ahead and unlock this and then get started with our quest that we were talking about earlier. I can't remember where we start. We started at the church. Alright, so yeah, see y'all when this one's done. Okay, so while finishing up this section right here, to get the Silverlight, instead of having to like hand in bones like I did last time and all that good stuff, and doing like 3 different things for 3 different peoples, this time you just come down here underneath the church and then you do these 3 trials. This one tests if your mind's clear, the one to the east does, the one to the north is your faith, so it'll tell you where to walk. You just listen and trust a guy and then you'll finish it. And this one is like, I don't know, I guess just proving your might. So once you clear out these guys, you talk to this person and they'll give you access to the Silverlight. So that's all 3 done. We'll come over here, talk to these people, they'll tell us we'll pass it. And then now, we're allowed to take the Silverlight. Which they did make it look pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. You can't deny that. It is a little bit stronger than the sword that we currently have. So, I mean, I guess we could use it. It'd be a little bit of an upgrade. But from there, we're going to go back up here. I believe we have to tell this person that we retrieved it. Or no, he leaves a note. Interesting. Dennis is beneath the Temple of Zimrock in the southeast part of Varrock. Look for the trap door, much like the one in the church. I'll meet you there. So southeast, we'll run there, and I believe we fight. We'll go ahead and fight the demon. It's weird that we don't have like an incantation or anything that we have to, you know, speak out when the fight's over. But we'll go ahead and take care of this. It said southeast. So we'll come over here. There should be a blue box. Yep, there it is. And then we'll see you when we get to the fight. So in here we have to clear out all the culprits, but hey, we're getting some easy levels here. And they drop meat too, so if you forgot food, don't worry about it too much. I don't think, I mean, ever since the rework, I doubt that that this is going to be that strong. But this is the main fight, I believe. We're going to see a little bit of a cutscene. Rise. He's going to say stop. So here's... Okay. Okay, so he's only level 15, which, I mean, that might be a little high for us, because we're only level 8. So I believe that's gonna be its special attack. So whenever it does that, we just gotta run to the guy to give us a shield. And that's really the only way he's gonna help us in the fight. What? I have that on there twice. So he's gonna do it again. We'll step in here. It hurts us a little bit, but yeah, we got plenty of food for it. I mean, he's almost halfway dead already. He's charging another attack. We'll step here. Does nothing to us. I'm very tempted to see how hard it would hit if I didn't get in the shield, but we are a hardcore, so we're not going to chance it. He's probably going to do it one more time at like 1 HP. Yep, it never fails. Just to get the point across, you're going to do it one more time. So shield, we'll finish him. And I think that's it for the quest. Well done. And we've earned us 3 quest points. We get to keep the silver light, and we get this book and wand, which I think is better than the staff that we have because it attacks faster. Another thing that I learned too is, like, instead of giving you straight XP, they give you combat XP lamps now, because if you're a pure, you don't have to accept the XP. But we're not going to be a pure. We're actually going to stick all of this in. We're going to go ahead and stick all this in range, just because it's kind of hard to get the early levels going. Cool. And that catches us up to 5. We get a quick bow. We get a billet snipe, binding, dead shot, which that's an ultimate. It's okay. It's okay to use for now. I don't remember it being all that great. But as far as questing goes, we're going to stop right there. And then we're actually going to go do some archaeology, because just finishing the tutorial gives us, I can't remember exactly what they're called. But it's going to allow us to have more hit points, which that's always going to be useful in hardcore. So we'll go ahead and deposit all this, and we'll head over to the archaeology area. Alright, so this is the archaeology guild. We're going to go ahead and get this started so we can get those extra hit points, or constitution, whatever you really want to call it. I like to still call it hit points. I never really understood why they changed it in the first place. But we're going to get here and start to the tutor, and it's pretty much going to take you to like the beginning site and show you how to like excavate stuff, what all you need. I did do this on my main account, but I never really understood like the benefits to everything. We're going to go ahead and add that to our tool belt. Okay, so yeah, it's going to make us do this to uncover some things, and then once we find it, we'll restore it with artifacts that we find. When you survey it, it tells you what materials are in it and what artifact is in it as well. So now we're going to excavate. And these are catches right here now that we're here. If you're ever low, you could try and find these material catches to keep up with your artifacts. Or if you're a main account, you could just buy them. But yeah, we're going to get this tutorial. I believe it gets us to level 5 if I'm not mistaken. And then we're going to try and get that artifact to increase our hit points. And then we have another idea after that to finish off this episode. Okay, so we found our artifact, and it automatically gave us 3 archaeology. So if we left click it, it will tell you what all we need. So we only have 3 of these, and we only have 3 of those as well. So we need more materials in order to restore this. So in order to do that, we're just going to go ahead. Okay, well, it doesn't want us to. I'll tell you what it is. So it's going to show us how to screen the soil. So screening the soil through this mesh will help you find the other artifacts that are missing. Although you might not get the artifacts from that pile. I remember doing this earlier on in my main account, and I was getting materials that weren't even in the site that I was trying to like survey through. But this should give us everything we need. We'll come over here, talk to him again. So now he's talking about restoration. And I've already done this tutorial, which is why I'm clicking through the chat box pretty quickly. But it's just pretty much tell you that this is like your material storage. You can deposit all your stuff. And it doesn't use up every space. It stacks upon each other. And when you withdraw, it withdraws it as notes. Excuse me. So from there, we're going to go over here and restore. You find which one you're going to use. This is under miscellaneous because it's a tutorial, but you can see it's broken up into different sections. And we'll go ahead and hit restore. Alright. So now that's our first item restored. We get 5, and we'll come over here. Talk to this person. And level 5 gives you access to the starting area. So it wants us to go to Velusia, if that's how you say her name. When you turn the artifacts into her, they give you what's called a chronotes, and that's used to buy other items and whatnot. But anyway, you deposit here, and we'll get 1,000 chronotes and the Mortal Cup. They like to tell you that there's other people or other collectors as well. So there's different collections when you finish a collection. There's different items that you can get in other artifacts as well. They'll give you different perks. Okay. So this is what's called a relic. You'll come over here to this monolith. And I believe we interact with it, and it'll give us our first, I guess we'll just call it perk for now. Alright, so we have Ancient Power, Font of Life, increases maximum health by 500. So this is what we are after. We're going to click it and harness it. We'll go ahead and put in slot 1. You can have up to 3. And now our hit points going up to 1600 from 1100. So seeing as though we're done with the tutorial, we're going to hold off on that as well. We can't go see the shops real fast, but we're going to hold off, and then I got an idea for our next quest now, which you could probably already guess, but we'll see you when we get there. Real quick, this person right here, they tell you what all happens inside the this little guild right here. So this person sells Maddox, this guy sells soil boxes. So instead of soil stacking up in your inventory, it'll go in this box. I believe for now it only stores 50, but you can upgrade it each time. So we'll talk to this person again. And then this journal is huge too, because we can do like little mini quests inside of there as well that gives us more XP. We're now labeled as an intern. And the reason this journal is important as well too, and the reason I like it, is instead of using the lodestone over and over again, see, it automatically takes us to the starting area. But this actually gives us a teleport option. So we could teleport out of here and it'll bring us straight back to the guild, which isn't too far from a bank. So if you need a quick teleport and you can't use your lodestone right away, or you're like in the middle of combat or something, this is not a bad option to have, and you can put it in your pocket so it's not in your inventory. But that's enough of archaeology for now. We're going to go ahead and get into the quest. I'm sure there's other ways of getting around White Wolf Mountain. But to be honest, I really don't remember how. So we're going to go the long way and try and work our way to Catherby, because there's something there we need to buy. And this is only a one-time deal, so once we get around here, we won't really have to worry about it again. Uh-oh. Well, This is interesting. I don't know what other way there is around here. Okay, so that didn't seem right. There might be a delay for now. But there used to be a way to get over here to this other side. I just don't remember how. See? It's like you have to come down here and go all the way around. But that only lets us go that far. Unless... Is that connected here? It is not. Okay. Well, no worries. We'll try it again. Okay, so I was in the right area. We just gotta go through this cave right here, and this will take us to the lower level. Used to, there was no caves. You just run all the way up and then back down. That's okay. Now that we're here, we can run down here. And we're now in Catherby, so we're going to go ahead and unlock that lodestone, which is right over here. Good. So now we don't have to ever do that again. Come over here. And then this is the guy we need to see. Okay, this guy sells rope, so we'll buy one rope. Come over here to access more food, which is fine. I can always get more. And from my inventory, you guys can probably see what we're gonna go do. Yep, we're gonna go do waterfall quest. We get us a quick 30 attack and strength. That way we can focus on defense for a little bit and not worry so much about attack and strength, because we want defense levels so we can equip better magic gear as well. Okay, so we're finally arriving to our area now. It's a little bit of a trek, but we did unlock some lodestones along the way. So we got Catherby and Sears Village lodestone. I would say this is the one quest that really hasn't changed any. If anything, I think you're less likely to get one shot now because of you know, how the combat system works. But you pretty much talk to this person. She has a problem, which is her son. So you go down here. You take the raft, I believe. Push off downstream, and now you're going to talk to this person who's going to tell you about treasure. Okay, so he's going to tell you that there's treasure, and then now we need to go downstream to this building down here and then get a book about the backstory in Falls so we could read about it. Alright, so once you search the middle bookshelf, you're going to read this book about the backstory because it will not let you progress until you have done so. It's this bookshelf right here. Come downstairs, and then we carry on with. So from here, you're going to run down south quite a ways. We got to go to Tree Gnome Village, which is all the way south. Just north of Unil. And from there, you have to go through the maze. I believe there's some moss giants and a hill giant in there that you have to kind of watch out for. But other than that, it's relatively safe. You can find a way to get to the dungeon to find the pebble for the quest. You can find that path online. But I mean, as long as you click down the lines of where the dungeon is, your player will most likely just follow that line and get you directly there. Okay, so when you arrive in the dungeon, you go to this off-colored crate right here. If you search it, you'll find the cell key. You do need to be careful because there are hobgoblins and stuff like that in here. They are aggressive. They're just going to stack you. They don't hit that hard, but you just go in here, open the gate. Got to use the key on the gate. You go ahead and open it, get through, and now you're safe. And then you talk to this guy right here, and he'll give you the pebble. So from here, once we got the pebble, we need to bank, because where we're going to go next, you can't have any You can't have any combat gear whatsoever. I believe we can have our food and our book and whatnot, but we can't have our runes or any of our gear on. My closest one so far is Sears Village, so I'm going to go ahead and bank here. And from there, we'll go into that dungeon, get the amulet and the urn. And I'll show you exactly where to get those when we get there. Okay, so we finally arrived to the place we need to be. This is the tombstone, so you use the pebble on it. You'll hear a crack, and then you'll enter in this dungeon. From here, you're going to want to run straight across, open that chest. Let one of these skeletons aggro. Come in here, search the chest, and this is where you get the amulet. Run back across with the skeleton still on you. Come over here. And here you're going to want to have a zombie aggro you again. Good. And then you're going to search. From here, you're going to go ahead and get the urn, take it, and then run back out. Now from here, we're going to need our runes again. And the fastest way I could think of where we can go to a bank is at Barbarian Outpost. If you're a new account, but you're a main, I'd highly suggest buying a games necklace, because you could avoid all this running just with teleporting. I don't have the crafting level to make it right now, but we will later down the road. But I like to get these quests out of the way just so I can, you know, I don't have to worry about such lower things like hitting me and taking damage and eating so much food when I really wouldn't have to. So yeah, we're gonna come down here to this building right here, use the bank chest, and from there grab our runes, and we'll carry on with the quests. Alright, so now that you get your runes, make sure you do have some food. You want to have the amulet at least in your inventory. I like to wear mine just because I believe it gives you a little bit of defensive stats, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe that's the stronghold amulet, I can't quite remember. But I like to go ahead and wear mine just in case. Definitely have the urn in your backpack. And from here, you're going to use the rope on this rock. Otherwise, it'll sweep you down to this building down here where we got the book from. So I can come down here. I believe we use the rope on the dead tree. Climb down here, and with the amulet, you enter the door. Okay, in this dungeon you have these spiders which will reduce your prayer, which is no big deal, and then you have these skeletal mages that can hit pretty damn hard as well. But you just need to come in here and try and find the right crate, which I believe it's one of these up here. So they do stack you, again they don't hit you that hard. So it's not that great. It's not that great. Not that great. Maybe it's the off-colored ones. Okay, so it is the off-color crate again. So come in here, go and get out of this building, eat a couple times, ignore the middle doors. Come in here. Go ahead and sprint across here through the fire giants. So I know traditionally on at least the old school game, these giants hit pretty hard. But with the key, or pick up this key right here, open the door. I guess you gotta use the key on the door. Okay, from here, this is where your runes come into play. You put one rune each on each pillar. I don't know for sure if there's a particular order or not to do this. I just kind of go off of the order the runes they tell you to bring. Okay. So now we're gonna take this amulet. We're going to use it on Glariel. Okay. Now we have this. Do not take treasure. Use the urn on that to finish the quest. If you just touch it, you're going to get kicked out and you're going to have to come right all the way back through here again. But that gives us 2 gold bars, some diamonds that we'll hold on to, and some mithril seeds that I normally just sell to the general store. But yeah, that gives us a boost. It gives us more abilities to use as well. And it allows us to use all the way up to mithril equipment, I believe. Right? Yes, mithril. And with that said, I think this is a good spot to end off, and I'll catch y'all on the next video. See ya.